But having been on the ground and seen what has happened, are there any changes that you might talk about in terms of development?
Again, sorry, there's a lot of activity around me, but if you're talking about the development here, the people I've been speaking to have been telling me that there's been a bit of an improvement generally in terms of tarmacking of the roads, but they say that nothing much has changed. But this is also based on the expectations they had, because it's a former US president, Ken, and this is where he comes from, his motherland. It's expected that with the power that the US brings, it's expected that he would make a lot of changes around here. In as much as that is not how the government-to-government relation works, but people here expected that they would have much more. I was speaking to some youths just a few moments ago, and they were saying that they want him to bring industries here and bring manufacturing industries to them, and also in the ripple effect of that would mean that they have jobs. But you also realize, I asked some of them that they cannot expressly do that, but their counter reaction was impressive, because they told me that being a former US president and former US head of state, he has a lot of connections. Even the people he's come with can actually be convinced to invest here if he tells them to do so. And that's an interesting perspective, Ken, because you cannot know how far he's going to push the development agenda and how he's going to make sure that it happens without seeming biased towards Siaya, where he comes from, because it's a very tricky balance, Ken. And we've had former President Barack Obama, he has an organization that deals with the youth, tries to empower people left, right, and center. But Ken, you also realize that the measure of that is also a concern, because you cannot say that it's done well or is not done well, depending on where you're standing from, and also depending on the numbers that are available. I was speaking to some people about the Sauti Kuu Foundation that is just behind me a few minutes ago, a few moments from where I am. It's about a kilometer away. And they're saying they want to be more involved. That, despite the fact that some of them are already involved. So it's a tricky balance, Ken. But the development that I would say around here is it's 50-50, I'd say.
All right, Trevor, in 2010, just 2 years into his term, I was privileged to be in Nyangoma village, where I also interviewed Sarah Obama. But talk to us about the expectations earlier. Initially, it was said that Obama would not be going to his village, to his grandmother's home, and now he's there. What do you think changed on the way? What changed?
Ken, I'm struggling to get your questions here, but I'll just try. Are you talking about him going to see his grandmother at Mama
Because there were
Sarah
reports,
Obama?
yes, there were
That place
reports
has been closed off to the media, so we don't exactly know what's going to happen there. That happened from yesterday, and we were told that it's going to be a private meeting between him and the family. In fact, there were some elders who had a petition demanding to see the former U.S. head of state to address certain issues there. But let me just get more reaction from the people who are joining me right now. One of them is from Kisumu and is with me right now. Let's just find out what his expectations are and why he's here today. Sir, let's start with your name.
Yes, Trevor Bija. I'm George Owiti,
Yes.
Urjaluma, Kisumu. I travel all along from Kisumu to be here.
Yes.
What we are witnessing here, Mr. Mbija, is very funny. When former president arrived, he even did not come out to wave to the people. Yeah, and right now we are being told he has already left his grandmother's home heading to Sauti Kuu without even waving to the people. And when he was coming here, we were told he has a campaign with almost 400 investors. Exactly what we were told. Youths who have no jobs. There is no proper hospital in this area, the way I see it. We are very desperate, and Obama has been in power for almost 8 years, Mr. Mbija. So we expect more from him. Already, if he was, if the handlers of Obama, they should even have stopped Obama here to wave for the resident. And Obama has been in a very tight security. Even police does not want told openly that that place strictly for only invited guests and any member of the public that want to gain access must have a special card. So we are wondering what type of visit Obama is doing. We are being handled roughly by security personnel. Even here, we were being pushed when you were here. We were told just go back there in the bush there. So we are wondering why you are being harassed. And Obama is our son. So we appeal to the county government of Siaya, because governors of Lake Region, I think I've spotted Nandi County governor here, that is Sang. I spotted his official car here. We want them to know that we are the resident whom Obama came to greet and see. Yeah. You see?
Most of the governors I spoke to said that they're going to represent you when it comes to meeting the former US president. Are you comfortable with that? Do you think they will efficiently represent you when they meet?
In fact, we always not comfortable with our governors, because we know we respect them as elected leaders. But if it comes to a circumstances, a public event like this, you are being told your governor is going to represent you. We have seen the money that will be given on behalf of the resident. These people will not see that money. It will, because they can't even write a check. How will you access that check?
There will really be no money being given. It will just be maybe investments and deals cut around there. But are you comfortable with the governors representing your views to the former US president? On
my side, I'm totally 100% not comfortable. We have youth representatives. Yes. We have women representatives. If His Excellency Colonel Rasanga is a male governor, he's able governor of Siaya. So if there is no youth representative or women representative, how will you be comfortable? Because investment goes with capital, Ombija. Get me clear. It goes with capital. So you can't tell me that investors does not give money one by one. They can deposit that money to the bank in a youth group account. They are going to withdraw for their purposes. So I do not comfortable with a governor representing me in a public event like this, where people have closed down their business. They closed down their business because of this event of today. So we should not just be special in everything like this. Yes.
Thank you very much. Ken, those are the remarks of the people of Nyangoma. They still need to speak to me more. There's still one more person here wants to talk to me about Obama here. We've already spoken to you, sir, so I'll speak to him. Yeah. So let's start with your name, sir.
I'm Daniel Omondi.
Yes. Yeah. What are your views about Obama's visit? I see you already have a badge here representing Obama. Welcome home.
Okay, I'm happy. We are happy. We are happy to receive the most honorable guest today, His Excellency, the 44th President of Kenya. We are happy, but of US, we are happy, but there's a lot of restrictions. In fact, I've just seen in the telly that Obama is in home, but we've been waiting since morning here. In fact, we waited from here. So the restrictions.
Since what time were you waiting?
From 6. From 6 in the morning. So the restrictions are really quite appalling. So I expect Obama to come and address us. After he's through with the launching the Sauti Kuu Foundation, he should come and address us. We want to see Obama in flesh addressing us, and we'll actually appreciate, because he's done a lot for us really. If he doesn't, really we'll be quite disappointed, but all the same, we'll appreciate his coming.
What would you like to tell him, though? If you were able to meet him, what would you tell him?
Okay, if I would be able to meet Obama, first I would really appreciate how his reign, when he was the President of America for 8 years, he brought a lot of peace in this world, in the planet Earth. Secondly, I would really request him to develop. In fact, I would really request Obama to build for us two cancer centers in every county, so that the disease of cancer, which is killing our people every day, could really be alleviated. I would really ask him to upgrade this school, the Nyangoma, the Obama Senator Obama Primary School is really in a very pathetic situation. I would really ask him to really upgrade the school to the normal standards. And really, I would really appreciate what is done for us. Our mud houses, our grass thatched houses were elevated to iron sheets. So I would really appreciate his coming.
All right, thank you, sir. Well, let me still get a few more reactions, Ken. The frenzy is building up more and more because they were expecting to see the former US president, but it's not happening, and we just want to get the reactions from them. They were standing by the roadside from 6 a.m. I have a lady here with me. Unaitwa nani?
Naitwa Molina Chieng. Natoka area ya Alego Usonga hapa kaunti ya Siaya. Na chenye ningependa kusema ni ila Obama amefanya vizuri kuja Kenya, na tunataka kusema hivi, vijana wanahangaika hawana kazi kama sisi, wasichana hatuna job. Kama sasa anaweza kuja atuangalie venye tunaweza pata kazi, hiyo tu ndio naweza sema.
Lakini sasa kuna wengine wenu hawataweza kumuona. Maoni yako ni yapi kuhusu hiyo security detail ambayo iko hapa, na pia lazima mpewe accreditation?
Naweza sema tu hivi, kama hatutaweza kumuona bado tutafurahia tu, lakini sasa unaiona wameweka security kubwa, hatuwezi kumuona sasa. Hata tumeshangaa amepita tu, hata hatujamuona sasa, na mimi nilikuwa natarajia kumuona na sasa nimeshindwa kumuona. Sasa sijui naweza fanya aje.
Kuna imani kuwa gavana wako atamuona na akuwasilishe kivyema kiwa huko? Asante sana. There's still a few more reactions here, Ken. I hope you have a lot of time. We're going to speak to quite a number of them and find out what their feelings are. And let's speak to another young man here. I'll come to you, sir, in just a few minutes. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Frederick Odhiambo Tieno.
Yes, give me your quick reactions about Obama's visit. Are you happy?
Okay, I want to say that I'm much annoyed since we've been here morning and we've not seen any reaction. Obama is just passing by, even without waving for us, and we've been waiting here all along since yesterday. We came back today just to see him. I mean, we were eager to see him. But
as a young man, what would you like to tell him?
Okay, what I want to tell him, I just want to tell him that he may create job opportunity for the Kenyans so that we are empowered, because so many people lack job and they have no opportunity to work. Many people are learned in Kenya. What we know, Kenya is still a third world country whereby we need job opportunities. And we've been trying any offices, so many offices, but the matter of that tribalism doesn't allow us to get job. So when the job came back to devolve government, I would like to request him that he build for us so many areas or field of work whereby we can both access.
Will you try and access the Sauti Kuu Foundation, which is just here? It's supposed to empower the youth. Are you aware of what it's supposed to do?
Okay, I will try due to the fact that I'm much impressed with it, so that we get skills on one field or another. Yeah. Yes.
Do you know what it's supposed to do to the youth? Are you aware of the foundation itself?
Okay, I know that when Sauti Kuu will start operating, so many people will be empowered, whereby people will work according to the rank. Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Let me speak to another person here. What's your name, sir?
I'm Alfred Mugodhiambo from Ugunja.
Your sentiments about Obama's visit?
I've traveled to come and see the president of our soil,
Yes.
the son of our own, Mr. Obama. What I've realized is the security storming us not even to see and share with him. We are not happy. Obama came for the citizen of Kenya. Every Kenyan is now watching Siaya and expecting something good from us. We have come here in Kogelo and we expect some deliverance from the president. We have not come here for the security personnel to show us how tough they are. We are expecting some goods from the governor to specify what is in need in Siaya. We have students lacking that space of studying due to burning of schools. We don't know how these things are coming in. We are also eager to see job opportunities. We have widows. Kogelo have widows. What plan do we have on these ones? We have youths. They are hustling. Now the security are there to bump there and object us, not even to specify whatever we have that hustle with us here. Now it is a space where we are getting that. We should have a space for the youths to get jobs and be trained. For example, is going to open another space for us. Now we should chip in and see how good it will be for these people.
Yeah.
I'm Alfred. I'm begging our Governor Rasanga to participate deeply because we might not even share in that podium.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.